Did you hear him say he put the hoe in hospice?
I did hear that. That was
that was bad.
That
dude.
was
that was bad.
I'm surprised you could hear that from the bathroom over all the music that's playing in here.
That was just too much, dude.
I think maybe they knew that Lou Bob was going to call in, so they figured they'd play music for him.
Ugh.
The great Brian Lyon, owner of the Lion's Den, walking into the establishment. Finally, he did say 8 o'clock, so naturally it is 10:05.
Hopefully he'll turn the music down.
Hey, he's close.
Hold on just a second. Hey, Brian. Venica.
Hey.
So, the great Brian Lyon, owner of the Lion's Den, walking in for the last segment of the show. Now, Brian, we appreciate how you said you'd be here at 8 o'clock, so I just have to ask you a question. Are you on is this Sicilian time or Cuban time?
Actually, it's Sicilian and Cuban time. So Sicilian time is an hour behind. Cuban time is an hour behind. So when you add them up together, you're 2 hours behind. Maybe like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
So it's more exponential than added.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
That makes
Exactly.
complete sense.
So-
Right? That actually clarifies it a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm glad I could clarify that for everyone.
Listen, in the scope of how long the universe has been here, what's 2 hours?
You know?
Right. It's nothing, dude.
Have you ever
It's
seen
nothing.
like Neil deGrasse and all
Oh,
those
yeah.
guys when they do the little, this is you, and this is and this is a universe, and then it goes like way up in the air.
And
Right.
don't worry, we've already said fuck a few times, just to give you that.
Fuck what? Who said fuck? You guys got to stop.
Now, Brian, it's interesting. Did you somehow get thrown into a New York accent blender? Because your accent is notably different. Were you hanging around a bunch of New Yorkers before you came down here?
You know, it happens every time. I was down at the Riverview store, and this guy Ness was down there, and he's from the Bronx.
down there?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Down
Yeah,
there?
and, you know, it all got started. And
Oh,
then
it
I'm
got
just like,
started over there,
Yeah,
down
it
the
got-
thing over there.
got started.
Oh, my
He started
God.
something.
Oh, my God.
It's not just me, right? You guys are
No,
hearing
no,
this too,
yeah,
right? I mean,
right.
fucking forget about it.
I just farted, yeah.
Why? What are you talking about, Ben?
Ah, there you go.
I have no idea what's going on.
Bada
with
bing,
this.
bada boom.
He's always making up stuff.
See, it's funny. That's actually how he
Hey,
normally
stop
sounds.
being a Goomba.
That's right.
Stop being a Goomba over there.
Hey, listen, you.
You guys are acting crazy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Don't touch my hair.
Hey, oh, my God. I love massaging with men. Yeah. Oh, my God.
the great Brian Lyon, who is kind enough, owner of the Lions Den, is kind enough to have us here to host this radio show. We will be here next week as well. Thank you for having us tonight, Brian.
Appreciate it, man.
And every time we walk in,
Appreciate you guys.
it's just getting better and,
And
better.
thank you,
in
Andy,
here.
for keeping turning the music up on us. we found the loophole.
Oh, you found the culprit.
Yeah, we found the
Uh-oh.
culprit. He doesn't care if we're doing a show. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you know what? Dude, the customers want what they want, and they're going to get what they get, eh? Hey, Mr. Cotte.
Hey, we're customers too, and I want the radio off. I'm kidding.
He's getting a little touchy over
He's,
there.
he's getting this, like, complex, dude. You know, we'll knock him down.
This is what happens with him every Friday.
Yeah,
You know,
big shot.
no disrespect to anyone in the crowd, but listen, most women have a normal cycle. His is just every week. So
Right. Yeah. Holy moly.
I actually am on my cycle this week, Brian.
Not your motorcycle.
This scientific moment brought to you by Brian DeGrasse Tyson Lyon.
Nice, dude.
Anyway, we've got a couple more stories to get into here. A few more stories, actually. Weddings are always supposed to be a happy occasion.
No, they're
and,
not.
well, to some people, except the groom. But they always have that tradition. You know, you go to get married, you take that bridal bouquet, you go to throw said bridal bouquet, right? And so that the next woman that catches it presumably will be the next woman that is married.
She just dropped her kid, dude.
Dude.
She dropped that kid like a bad habit. She was like, wait, I want to get married.
She
Where's
dropped the
bouquet?
kid, dove backwards, and got beat out by a taller woman.
And then looked down at her kid like, oh, I'm sorry I dropped you, but
No, she didn't.
Mommy's
She's like,
very
"Damn, I
lonely.
didn't-"
Mommy's very lonely.
You don't know who the daddy is.
You know,
She's
look
like,
at this.
She's like the kid. It's like, are you my daddy?
Why did she even bring the kid in there?
No,
I don't think that was the mom. If you look at,
Like a niece or something?
yeah, it looks like a young girl. It looks like she's probably 12 or 13 on her
damn,
own.
that is not a mom.
But back up, guys. Explain the story, okay? We haven't even gotten into the detail of this. The woman goes to catch the bouquet.
So she's throwing the bouquet. Everybody's lined up. The niece or whatever has the child. It's not very young. I would say, what, 5, 3? 3. right?
Two.
Okay,
Maybe
Okay.
two.
If you look at the story, it does say the young girl is unsuccessful. So it was.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right,
so the
so-
girl is holding the baby. She drops the baby to
Well, she's-
catch the bouquet.
She's in the front row, and the bride throws the bouquet, and it's about 10 feet over her head and about 30 feet behind her, but she still thinks she has a chance, even though she's probably the shortest person there. She literally just lets go of the child that's in her hands and jumps up and back trying to catch, and she misses it by 10 feet.
You know what would make this whole story even funnier? If the actual child is the bride's child, and that's her first daughter that was holding her. That was the big sister holding her, and she's like, "Mommy, I want to get married too and have a bunch of kids before I get married the third time."
So what you're referring to, Joe, would be her first failed marriage.
Yes, very
Yes.
Springer-esque. This
Yes.
would be a perfect group, maybe that if this is the case.
Her daughter's
White
name.
midget power, Jerry.
Her daughter's name was Shotgun.
Oh. All right, so I guess the lesson of this story is if you're going to try to catch the bridal bouquet, do not bring a baby with you.
Don't drop the baby.
Or at least put it in one of those harnesses, like a papoose or something.
the baby.
I mean,
Did you
sometimes
say papoose?
I did.
sometimes the trap, and I don't mean turtle traps like Lou Bob
Right.
educated us on, or sometimes the trap is the lingerie that gets you in the mood. And as I teased before the commercial break, we now have a study where men reveal what they really think of lingerie. This was doesn't say where the study was from, but we do have, because heaven forbid we let facts get in the way here on the Cradle Mission show, but we do have a survey about how men feel about different items of lingerie. So if you were to guess what type of bra most men like on a woman, what would be your guess, guys?
Push up.
Okay, is that your choice?
I would say push
Okay,
up.
I know the answer, so I'm gonna not answer.
Miggy, what would be your choice of a bra?
Depends on how
in
nice
terms
her
of
tits are. Maybe no
lingerie.
bra.
For choice of a bra, it all depends on what it is. I like those. Just if a girl can withstand a nice sheer, just regular bra, no padding, she's got nice boobies. I like those because you can see her nipples through it. That's just me.
That is nice. Yeah, that's
Okay, well, you know what? You guys are both correct in your guesses.
Oh, that
Oh.
survey says.
Because 31% say they prefer a push-up bra, but 30% say they prefer a bralette, which is the bra that Miggy
the
described. Now,
sheer version.
I wasn't
Wow,
aware.
nice dog.
I wasn't aware they called that a bralette.
We should go on Family Feud.
Survey says bralette.
We should definitely
That
go.
is correct. All right.
Now, not surprisingly enough, only 4% said they like the sports bra.
I do like a sports bra though, especially
Yeah,
when you can
I-
see the nipples through it.
They must have had to rate what they like the best, because I would
Hey,
put a sports bra up there
somebody
sometime.
I'm going to be honest, though. If you put a nice set of titties in a burlap bag, I'm like, yeah, I like it. It looks pretty good to me, dude.
They
You
look
know?
a little itchy, but they look
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Let me get that off of you. That looks.
I think maybe for me
that
the
off.
sports bra kind of gets a couple extra points, but it's usually because you see that in use with yoga pants
And hot-
usually,
and hot girls.
On hot, yeah.
Yes,
So
skinny, hot.
No,
women.
but Miggy, once again, what's the your favorite comment about yoga pants?
Awesome.
No.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
you had another comment about it last week.
Something
about yoga pants that was kind of derogatory. Are you forgetting? You have an amnesia?
It's a privilege, not a right.
No, it was
What
something that was lawful.
no, it was
What did I say last week?
your pants say yoga, but your ass says McDonald's.
You said that.
Yeah.
Caleb said that.
I thought that was Miggy.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Caleb said that. But mine is it's a privilege, not a right.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Jesus
agree.
said something he wanted. No, you're done? We lost a moment on that one. Now, when it
Moment's
comes to
done.
lingerie, we just talked about the preferred bra. But what would you guys say is the preferred type of underwear you like?
Nice ass boy shorts.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. I'm with you, dude.
That's it.
5%.
Only
Really?
5% pick boy
That's because
shorts.
everybody's dating girls with not cute
you know, I
butts.
don't like. I mean, a thong is thong is all right, but it's so overused.
Well, hold on. I think the difference here is, and I've had this discussion
Just the
with
the ones that ride high on the
well,
ass.
yeah, well, I've had this discussion with Password before, and she does work for a lingerie
took
company.
Took me a second. I'm with you.
For those that are listening to the Crandall Mission Show, by the way, Sweet K-Rib's wife, her name is Password Crispy.
Yeah,
Well, hey, there's a
it's-
new lingerie store opening up. It's Victoria and then Vic, her husband. Hey, I'm Victoria. Hey, I got underwear for the guys over there. Hey,
Vic, this is Vic's secret.
So what is the
Victoria's
great?
secret.
Well, I think the difference is, and if you look at the little illustration on the website on this article, is that a boy short, what we consider boy shorts as men, are
Yeah.
not boy shorts. They're called cheeky
okay.
briefs.
Cheeky briefs. That's the one, Joe, right there. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
okay.
Yeah, the boy short looks more like a boxer brief.
Yeah, it looks like my high school gym coach with his bike shorts on or
Yeah,
something. He's
yeah.
got like a
They
dip,
look like bike
dip,
shorts,
dip
right?
can in the back. He's like, run another lap.
Well, that
Yeah.
explains why you like them so much, especially when they
Hey,
wear.
where does
No,
Granny?
I-
you know, there's got to be somebody who likes them granny panties.
No,
Now-
no,
now,
no.
Period panties.
Joe, when your girlfriend wears your coach's bike shorts, you prefer that she wears the whistle as well, right?
I like the whistle and a headband, some wristbands, and a little mustache.
And
I
then
don't know what's
but
up with the mustache.
Then
It's
she
I was
has a
gonna
spray
say, what's his
bottle.
name?
She has a spray bottle with oil, so it just sprays and it stays there. It doesn't look like it's come off.
Now, 34% of men actually prefer the cheeky brief. Jesus.
I don't know. My favorite's the 100% cotton with the extra cushion cooter pad.
Oh,
Those
you
are
like
hot.
so you like the heavy flow underwear?
Yeah. Why isn't that on the list?
what I'm
It's under no preference.
No, it is the bikini. It's like they'll have it right there. I'd say it fall under that one there.
What
Yeah.
I'm shocked about, okay, now I'm not surprised that the top choice, 38% said thong. What I'm shocked about is the fact that only 4% said commando. Because as anyone that watches porn knows, no one actually wears underwear in porn. You notice how when they go to take their pants off, there's nothing underneath. They
Yeah,
just,
but you know what? If I do watch porn, I like the underwear to be taken off. It's a part of the ritual, and I
Right.
really enjoy
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
part of the ritual.
Wait, I have to correct you for a second. You said if you do watch porn. I have to correct the if.
Allegedly, for our
Allegedly.
Japanese audience.
I think it's quite clear from the fact that my Skype account was hacked on your computer that you do in fact
no,
watch porn.
no.
See, I think the boy shorts actually work better on like a bigger, fatter ass that maybe hasn't. Looks a little like, maybe have a little cottage cheese action going on down there. You definitely want to have that all
Jeez.
like reined in. You know what I'm saying?
Where is
Yep.
the love for the granny panties? This is what I'm upset
Look,
about.
I wanna tell you
Where's
right
the
now.
That's
love?
what I said.
I dated a girl one time, right? And while I was dating her, she decided to go to nursing school. Now, when you're in nursing school, you can't wear anything like thongs or nothing. You got to wear these like serious granny panties. And I tell you what, she was a hot chick. But there was a couple times she came home and I'd be like, "Can you change out of those first? Because they're like messing up the whole."
But the
mood."
scrubs were hot, weren't they?
She was cute. She looked good in the cherries or the candy striper like little thing going
Yeah.
on she was wearing. But the granny panties were horrible, dude. I mean, literally, you were just like, "Did you shit your drawers?" Like, wait, did you drop one in there? What the hell happened back there? That's
Password used to
craziness.
work at a doctor's office for a little while, and she'd wear scrubs.
Yeah,
Those
those are nice.
was pretty hot. I
Yeah,
liked
you're
them.
like, it's all like that whole doctor thing as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, this is
You know,
going to really
whatever's
happen. It's not.
happening, whatever you guys did, you gave me some gaseous mojo. I'm just creeping them out now.
Oh, wait.
Under
wait.
the table, do not light your lighter
No,
around this
no,
table right
no,
now, boy.
Wait. It's our fault that you're gassy?
You gave me the.
Oh, really? It's our fault.
Yeah.
Really. The most gassiest man I've ever met in my life.
It wasn't the Wawa you ate when we got here.
Oh, it was all mac and cheese. I didn't even eat my sandwich. Mac and cheese and bacon, dude. You gotta.
No, one,
Okay, keep going.
one last story to end the show.
Wait, did you finish with the thing? What was the next one?
No, we're done with the lingerie story.
Yeah.
One last story.
Men don't
to-
give a rat's ass about lingerie. We want a chick naked as we can get her.
Well, it's
Yeah,
basically
I'm not a big lingerie. Panties is cool, but lingerie.
it's a wrapping, if you will, to get to the gift. Right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
sometimes it's fun to unwrap the gift.
I say the
but
hip, the hop, the hippity, to pull down the panties and get up in the jibby. What? Oh my
What's going
God,
on there?
that was good. That was good. No, I'll give it that now.
I'll slap you 5 as long as you promise not to fart again.
All right.
Oh, these
Okay,
are some dudes
so-
running up on the
Then
beach.
hurry up. Then.
From lingerie to models. Okay, now there were some models down in Miami Beach. They're doing a photo shoot. This is the last story of the show. Her name was Ekaterina Jaskowski. She was shooting a video of her friend, a model near 36th Street in the heart of Miami Beach. While they're shooting this on the beach, she notices a blue-green boat in the background. Now, at first, she thought, guys, that this was a scuba boat. But oh my God, that stinks, Mickey.
That was
Jesus
from
Christ.
before. That was from before.
Wow, it would linger that long?
It's under the table.
Wait, just from before. That's not like what are you? It's like not from the 30s or something. That happened like 5 minutes ago. Anyway,
My God, I can taste what you've had for dinner for the last 3 days.
Mac and cheese and bacon.
No, for the last 3 days.
Ben's
I can
like,
taste it.
mac and cheese and bacon?
Anyway,
That is
so-
correct.
So this blue-green boat is in the background. At first, she thinks it's a scuba boat during this model shoot. As it comes closer, she's thinking to herself, she's quoted as saying, "They are ruining my video." So she shuts off the camera for a moment, but turned it back on when all of the men on the boat, about 9 of them, jumped off and dashed across the sand and into the city, leaving the boat bobbing empty by the beach.
Hey, what are you
These were
doing?
illegal immigrants taking a boat to the shore, landing, and then running through their model photo shoot.
Now, I know the video doesn't show this, but from what Donald Trump said, they raped like 4 girls before they got to the.
And then murdered somebody. and
They
then robbed
did. It was
somebody.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know, after watching that video, that's a nice boat.
Yeah, it is.
That's a high-end
Yeah,
center
so-
console.
they-